If you struggle to get your body healthier and in better shape this year, this video is for you. Now, when I say struggled, I don't necessarily mean you didn't hit your overall health goal or this big transformation that you wanted, because that might take more than a year. And just because you didn't hit it doesn't mean you failed. What I mean by struggled is that you struggle to consistently do the work. You struggle to consistently show up for a workout. You struggle to consistently eat the things that you needed to eat, to stay mentally focused on the fact that you had these health goals in the first place. If that's where you were this previous year, this is what I need you to do going into the next one so that you can actually make progress and hopefully make significant progress toward getting your body healthier and in great shape. Let's get it. What's going on? My name is Montel Harden, personal trainer, strength and conditioning, and sports nutrition coach since 2017. Over that time, we've worked with hundreds of men and women, helping them drop stubborn body fat, build up lean muscle, and most importantly, get healthier than ever in a way that's sustainable, that's enjoyable, and something that they can stick with for the rest of their lives. And a lot of our best clients have come to me having a year that you might have just had, where you set an intention at the beginning of the year and you started strong, but eventually you just fizzled out because either what you were doing wasn't working, something came up in your career or in your personal life, maybe you had a move, whatever the case may be, something threw you off your game and you just were not able to create the consistency that you know is required to get your body and health where you need it to be. And you know that if you can just be consistent enough with the right strategy, that you'll get in amazing shape. I've had a lot of clients come to me with that exact same situation. My guy Carlos is one of them. He tried a lot of different things to get the weight off and get more consistent and improve his health, but nothing was sticking, nothing was working. He pulled the trigger and decided to work with us. Less than 3 months in, he's down almost 30 pounds of body fat. He's working out every single day. He's eating high quality, healthy meals that he enjoys. Like, he's loving the process, and he says that it's easier than anything he's ever done, and at the same time yielded better results than anything he's ever done. And everything that I'm about to tell you now is the same exact things we've gone through with Carlos and with a lot of our clients that saw great success this year. And that's why I want you to really lean in close and absorb all of it, because it may be things that you probably haven't heard before, but it's going to be exactly what's required to get you where you need to be. First off is to seek to understand food and your personal pitfalls around it. This is why I'm not a big proponent of diets with a name, deciding that you're going to fast as a way to lose weight, or you're going to cut out a specific food. While those things can yield results, a lot of times they don't force you to actually understand the nutritional makeup of food, the caloric makeup of food, how a food impacts you specifically. And ultimately, until you understand food itself and then how your body interacts with certain foods, then it's going to be very challenging for you to stay consistent with something, because you don't really understand the why and the how behind how it operates. Also, what are your personal pitfalls? Like, are you an emotional eater? Are you a lazy eater, meaning that you just hate to cook and you just always want to do whatever's the most convenient? You have a crazy sweet tooth, meaning like you can eat perfect for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then it's like at the end of the night, that piece of cake that's sitting on the counter or whatever it is, the ice cream in the freezer, is just calling your name and you can't resist it. Like, what are your personal pitfalls? Do you go out with coworkers and you tell yourself that you're not going to have drinks because you're trying to get in better shape, but then everybody starts getting drinks and they start flowing and you grab one too, and before you know it, you've derailed yourself? Like, what are your personal pitfalls? This is something that you really need to understand, because you have to understand your triggers. See, we eat 3 times a day, sometimes more. Eating and food and nutrition is such an ingrained part of our day-to-day lives. Like, God designed us to eat multiple times throughout a day. So therefore you have to be faced with the decision. It's different than if you're just trying to cut alcohol, because you don't have to have alcohol. It's different than if you're just trying to cut whatever other bad habit, because you just simply don't do it. But in order to eat better, you still have to eat. So you need to develop an understanding of, hey, when I eat this specific food, why do I crave a lower quality food more? Or why, when I eat this specific food, I'm super hungry? Or why, when I eat this food, do I get a headache? Or why, when I eat this food, is my digestion out of whack? Seek to understand your current food intake and what it's causing you. And then also seek to understand, okay, this is where I am, and now here's where I want to be. I want to drop 40 pounds of body fat while maintaining as much lean muscle as possible. I want to be energetic. I want to be healthy. I want to be sharp mentally. I want my libido to be high. I want my blood work to come back good from my yearly appointment. Like, look up whatever's most important to you. Look up the nutrition or the foods required to get that done. And then look up why that food is so impactful. I promise you, this is going to take you down a rabbit hole of developing a deep, and you're like, oh, that's why grandma always said to eat lima beans, or to make sure that you have vegetables every day, or that's why everybody talks about protein so much, or that's why people talk about getting in omega-3 so much. Like, once it clicks, it will never unclick. Meaning that now, once you have that knowledge, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I promise you, that phrase isn't more true in any other realm of life than nutrition. Because once you understand the good, the bad, and the ugly from a specific type of food, you'll never look at food the same again. And you'll be itching after a couple days of being off track, maybe even a shorter period of time. You'll be itching to get back to, you're going to be able to think to yourself, man, I haven't had any omega-3 fatty acids all week. And I know that sounds insane. It sounds crazy, but I swear to you, my clients do this all the time. Once you understand what food means, what contains what, and what your body feels the best with, you're going to start thinking of food in nutrients and not necessarily in taste. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice taste, but you're going to start thinking about what your body needs, and then you're going to match what your body needs to what your taste buds crave. And when you do it in that order, doing things in the right order is extremely important in life. When you do things in that order, you think in that order, I promise you, you'll see so much more consistency and enjoyment from eating better, because you've got things in the right order, and you're going to feel it instantly. So one of the biggest things is take the time to understand nutrition and your personal pitfalls around it. And then number 2 is going to be seek to get strong, mobile, and to improve the endurance of your heart, your lungs, your body overall. You have to non-negotiable, build up, or at the very least maintain lean muscle mass as you're dropping weight. If you're losing weight, but you are burning muscle at the same time, you're going to be right back at that same spot. Or you're going to be a smaller version of yourself that's just as unhealthy, maybe even more so. The preservation of lean muscle mass is the most important thing to do when you're talking about your training. I want you to stop focusing on how many calories you're burning. I want you to stop focusing on how much you're sweating. I want you to stop focusing on how long you're in the gym. Those 3 metrics are what everybody kind of uses to determine how good of a workout they had, or how close they're getting to their goals, or how impactful it is for their goals. And the fact of the matter is, none of that crap matters. If you go into a workout and you get stronger, you get more mobile, and you improve your endurance, your body composition, your body fat relative to everything else on your body, it will change. Get strong, improve your endurance, improve your mobility, and stop worrying about how much you sweat, how long you're in the gym, or how many calories your Apple Watch said you burned. Our goal is to build up a body that can last for years and years to come. We are not trying to tear ourselves down. We're not trying to beat ourselves into submission. We're not trying to punish ourselves for years of not exercising or for years of not eating the right things. We want to build up and fortify our body properly. You want to think about this like putting all brand new parts on your car. Instead of just trying to, tape things together and get these stop leak things and patching up holes and all that, we want to just make clean swaps for newer, better equipment. And that's what you want to do. Basically, every week, every time you go into the gym, you want to build better and better and better equipment. And that's what strength training does. That's what improving your mobility does. That's what improving your endurance does. You build better, stronger lungs, a better, stronger heart, better, stronger bone density, better, stronger lean muscle, better, stronger ligaments, better, stronger joints. Like, you can go in the gym week after week after week and get better if you focus on the right things. But if you're just going in there trying to beat yourself up, tear yourself down, and burn as many calories as you can, you're doing the exact opposite. All you're doing is putting masking tape on holes in the bottom of a sinking ship. It's not going to work. You're always going to be patching something up, and you're going to feel worse on the back end of doing all that. So focus on getting strong. Focus on building a high-performing athletic body. And I promise you, the athletic physique, the athletic look that you want comes along with it. Then last but not least is to take the time to address your nutritional deficiencies and possible hormonal imbalance. A lot of people spin their wheels. The fact that you're watching me shows that you care enough about your health, your fitness, to actually seek knowledge on it. So I'm gonna assume that you've tried eating healthy multiple times over the last year. You've tried exercising, and most likely the reason that you gave up or you stopped or you didn't dial it in the way that you needed to was because you didn't really see the outcome that you wanted. And a lot of times that comes from not necessarily understanding where you are and what you need specifically. There is nothing, and this is something that I tell every single one of our clients, there is nothing that will make you feel better in terms of a supplement than getting in something that you are nutritionally deficient in. If you have low iron, for example, it really doesn't matter what else you do. You're probably going to be tired, sluggish, foggy brained, but then supplement with iron either through actual like the tablet or the gummy supplementation, or get an iron infusion and watch how you feel. You're going to feel like a brand new person just from becoming nutritionally efficient in that specific area. So that's why when people ask about supplements, like my first question is going to be, what are you deficient in? And if you don't know, that's what you should be figuring out first. You can get a basic nutrient panel from your doctor. You can order one on discountlabs.com. No affiliation, by the way. And you can figure out where you are from a vitamin and mineral perspective. And it'll give you so many answers, so much insight into why you feel the way you do, why things might not have been moving the way that you want them to move. Like a lack of magnesium and omega-3 fatty acids can impact energy, your mood, your recovery, your gut health, your mental cognition. You got to figure out a way to dial it in. That can be supplementation, but you also need to start adding foods into your diet that specifically address that issue. And that goes back to what I just said. And point number one is that you're going to start thinking about food less in terms of what you want or what you're craving, and more so in terms of, oh, I got to make sure I get some iron in today. Like if you've gotten to a place where you are finally iron efficient and you recognize how much better it makes you feel, how much, better your metabolism is and your gut health and all of these different improvements that you've seen, you're not going to want to go back. So now you're going to start, oh, I got to get some spinach in, or I got to get some steak in, or wherever it is that you're getting your iron from. You're going to make sure to do this every day because you want to keep your iron stores up, and then you're supplementing it. Maybe you do infusions once a year. And this goes for any vitamin, any mineral. If you're severely deficient in it, it will change your life to get efficient and get back to a good, healthy baseline. And then from a hormonal perspective, there's a lot of different things that could be going on here. You could have an underactive thyroid. You could have low testosterone for men and for women. A lot of people break hormones up into male and female things, but both men and women have testosterone, and women actually have more testosterone in their body than estrogen. You just have much less testosterone than men, but testosterone is the most rampant hormone in women's bodies. So it's not a man-woman thing. If you have low testosterone, your body is going to struggle to build muscle. It's going to struggle to oxidize body fat cells. It's going to struggle to create drive. Like we get our drive, our ambition, our motivation from testosterone in the body. So if you feel like you just never want to work out, you never want to exercise, like every time you go to the gym or every time you go to your home workout spot, you're having to drag yourself to do it, that's a clear sign that there might be something off. So just getting a basic men's hormone panel or women's hormone panel can give you a lot of insight into what's going on. If you're perimenopausal or in menopause, then maybe looking into HRT is something that could be extremely impactful for you. If you're a guy that you're experiencing, you can't get the stubborn fat off, no matter what you do, you just feel like it's not budging, it's not moving, it could be very advantageous for you to go see what your levels are, see what your numbers are, and maybe looking at HRT yourself, especially if it's accompanied with other issues. And this is for men and for women. If it's accompanied with other issues like low libido, low sex drive, erectile dysfunction, things like that. Like hormones, typically your sex life is going to tell you what your hormonal profile is like. And medicine and science, for some reason, always like to separate the two. But healthy adults want sex and they don't have problems in that area. So if you find yourself in a situation where that's becoming a struggle for you, or like things just aren't working the way that they used to be, then a lot of times that's also going to be the reason why you can't get the stubborn belly fat off, or why you can't put muscle on to save your life, or why your drive and your motivation just isn't there. Everything in the body is connected to everything in the body. And when you understand that, you understand how to operate and move, you understand why one thing causes this thing, causes that thing, causes that thing. And the more understanding you can develop for how your body operates and why, the better decisions you're gonna make that's gonna lead you to better health overall. So that's it, my rant on what you need to focus on if you did not hit your health goals this past year. I know it's extremely frustrating. Maybe this is the first year that you've ever like truly given yourself a health goal. Maybe it's the 10th or the 20th or the 30th, and you just feel like, man, you know what? I think I'm done. If it doesn't work this year, then I'm giving up. That's why I wanted to offer you something different. I wanted to offer you something that could truly impact you for the long term, because I'm not focused on you getting this quick transformation and reverting right back. I want you to take real steps toward truly improving your day-to-day habits, improving your relationship with exercise, improving your relationship with food, feeling better than you've ever felt, more energetic, more alive, healthier, getting great numbers back. Like, I want you to be healthy and fit so that you can live your life, not so that you can, flaunt around on a beach or brag and boast about how physically fit you are. That doesn't appeal to me. What appeals to me is that you feel amazing, and then that trickles into you being amazing in your career, in your personal life, in your marriage, as a parent, as a son, as a daughter, I truly believe that great health is the catalyst to being the best version of ourselves all around. And that's my focus for you for 2025. Getting a fit body that looks good is just a side effect. It's a positive side effect nonetheless, but it's just a side effect for what I want you to experience. And if you follow these 3 things, I promise you, you will get a great taste of that experience going into the new year. Now, if you've heard all this and you've watched some of my other videos and you're like, you know what? I don't want to go this alone this year. I want some help. I want the strategy, the accountability, the insight. I want somebody hands-on helping me get to my health goals. Click the second link down in the description. Take our transformation quiz. We get all the info that we need about you so that we can help you best to get to your outcome. And if you want weekly insights straight to your email inbox, if you prefer kind of reading some short little blurbs to keep you on your toes and keep you locked in throughout the course of your day and your week, click the first link down in the description. Sign up for our weekly newsletter, the Metabolic Minute newsletter, and I'll give you those insights weekly. And then lastly, if you run a company, you're a CEO, an entrepreneur, or you work in HR or employee benefits or something similar, and you want to provide workshops and resources for your team to help them improve their health, their fitness, and their productivity, click the third link down in the description. We'd love to talk to you and see if we can help your teams do that as well. So that's it. That's all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so that you don't miss any more uploads going forward. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.